Students, I am Kules Lodeka from Jigyasa Educational. Today I am going to discuss a topic on English grammar, which is parts of speech. And the words that we use in a sentence can be divided into different kinds or groups or categories or classes according to their uses in the sentence. That means the work they do in the sentence, we may classify them into different groups. These groups are known as parts of speech. These word groups are called parts of speech in English grammar. These parts of speech are 8 types. That means they can be classified into 8 groups. These are noun, pronoun, adjectives, verb, adverb, preposition, conjunction, interjection. All these 8 groups have their own uses in the sentence. That means they carry different functions. They do different works in a sentence. Let's study all about them. So let's come from noun. A noun is a naming word. It is used as the name of a person, a place, a geographical formation, a heavenly body, an animal, or anything you see. That means it gives the name of anything. So we can say a noun is a name of anything. It may be name of person: Ashok, Neha, Kalam, Deepa, Neeraj, John, Noor, etc. Name of a place: Assam, New Delhi, Chennai, New York, Sydney. It is the name of particular place, but it may be a class of place also: village, town, city, country, district, state, and so on. It may be the name of some geographical formation like desert, sea, ocean, lake, hills, mountain ranges, peaks, islands, or so on. Similarly, these are the general name. These are the class name of various geographical formations, and you can also include the name of particular geographical formations. Say desert is a noun, but it has a particular name, that is the Sahara. It is also a noun. Similarly, sea is a noun, and its particular name is the Arab Sea is also a noun. The Mediterranean, and this is a noun. The Red Sea, this is a noun. And similarly, the ocean is a general. It is a class noun. It will come later. We can give this name to a class of water body, but the Pacific is the specific name of a ocean. This is also a noun. Similarly, lake, it is a noun. The Baikal, it is also a noun. Mountain ranges, these are nouns, but the Alps, it is the name of a particular mountain ranges. It is also a noun. So what happens, the nouns can denote the name of a class in general, and as well as the particular of that class, the particular member of that class. So all these are nouns. It may be name of animals and birds: cow, goat, tiger, camel, dog, horse, peacock, hen, crow, owl, etc. It may be name of heavenly bodies like Jupiter, Mars, the sun, the earth, the moon. It may be the name of instrument like knife, scissors, hammer, axe, pen, pencil. Maybe the name of object and matter: table, wood. The table is made of wood. Table is the object. Wood is the matter. Chair, plastic, clay, mud, child, toys, and so on. So noun is the name of anything that we use. Noun is the name of anything we see. We should not forget to add these things also to the list of noun, in the list of noun. And that is a name of qualities: honesty, patriotism, wisdom, anger, brightness, etc. And these are also name of some abstract ideas also. Name of some works: swimming, running, reading, learning, all walking. All these are also nouns. So noun is a name of anything. A pronoun. Now let's come to another parts of speech, which is pronoun. A pronoun is a replacing word for noun or a noun phrase. It is used instead of a noun or noun phrase. A pronoun is used to replace a noun or noun phrase. Particularly, a pronoun takes the place of a common noun and a proper noun. That may also replace the other nouns also when it is needed. Particularly, they replaces a common noun and proper noun, and when it is needed, they also replace a other nouns, the other nouns like a material noun, maybe a collective noun, and also sometimes they may replace an abstract noun also. Let's take an example, a few examples. John is a teacher. Here the word noun John, and it is replaced in the second sentence by a pronoun that is he. When we refer to John again, we do not mention his name, but use a pronoun to replace his name in place of him. That is he. He comes to school regularly. So John is a teacher, and when again we refer to that particular teacher, and we use the pronoun he, we do not repeat the noun John. He comes to school regularly. Here he means John. Again, come to the second sentence. Smita is a singer. She sings nicely. Again, here Smita is a noun, and we say about her. But when we again want to say something about Smita, we do not use the noun. We use a pronoun she in place of Smita. So she is a pronoun. Next, look at the third pair of sentence. Children are playing in the field. They are shouting in joy. Here also we use they pronoun in place of children in the second sentence. We do not repeat a noun again and again when we refer to them in the other sentences. It is used. The noun is used in the noun is used in the first sentence, but we do not use the noun again and again and replace it by a pronoun. Here he and she are the two pronouns. He and she replace the proper noun John and Smita respectively. Again, in the third sentence, the pronoun they replaces a common noun which is children. The person John and Smita, it is the name of two person. That is, they are also they are called proper noun, and they are replaced by two pronoun, that is he and she. Similarly, another common noun in the plural form children is used in the third sentence, and children is replaced by the pronoun they. Rajiv wears a ring in his finger. It was bought in Guwahati. So what happens? The ring is not used here again in the second sentence, and it is replaced by pronoun it. So it is a pronoun here. Adjective. An adjective is a describing word. It tells us about a noun or describes it. That means an adjective is used to describe a noun. Generally it comes before the noun and tells us something about the noun. We may also use adjective in the latter part also, but in most cases adjective comes before the noun and describes it. So we can say an adjective is a word which is used to add something to the meaning of a noun. It added some new meaning to the noun. Let's take two pair of sentences. In the first sentence, in the first pair, we say the first sentence is he is a student. Here, student is a noun. But in the second sentence, we write he is an intelligent student. So the word intelligent is placed before the noun student to add some new meaning to the noun student. When we read the sentence, he is an intelligent student, we get some new information about the student. That means a new meaning is added to the noun. Similarly, his father is a teacher. Here, teacher is a noun. And in the second sentence, we write he is a good teacher. The adjective good is placed before the noun teacher to add some new information, to give new meaning, to add new meaning to the noun teacher. When we read this sentence, he is a good teacher, we get some new information from the new information about the noun teacher, but we have not got that new meaning when we read the first sentence. His father is a teacher. We simply know that he is a teacher. But when the second sentence, when we read the second sentence, we get new meaning to the noun teacher, new information we get about teacher. A verb is a word which is used to express an action or a state. Actually, it is a verb who carries the function in a sentence. When we write a sentence or speak something, what will happen? We say something is done, something is not done, something is like this. We describe something. All these functions are carried by verb, the word. So verb is the key word for any sentence. Without verb, we cannot express our feeling, we cannot express any idea. So a verb is a word which is used to express an action and also a state. Now look at the following sentences. We have written three sentences here. She bought a new car. They arranged a meeting. I have a beautiful garden. Sorry, here N is written. So what happens? I have a beautiful garden. So in the first two sentences, there is action. To buy, you have to do some action. To arrange a meeting, there is also some action. Actually, what happens? The action may be physical as well as mental. We'll come to later to that point. At first we should know that some verbs relates some action. They expresses some action. And the first two sentences are related to action. The action done by the verb. The third one, I have a beautiful garden. It is a state verb. It expresses a state. It is used to express a state, that is possession. The state is possession. I have a beautiful garden. That means a beautiful garden is possessed by me. Let's come to another parts of speech. I also want to add that the verbs may be divided like other nouns and other parts of speech, noun, pronoun, adjective, like transitive verb, intransitive verb, finite verb, non-finite verb. We'll come to the later. We'll come to these points later when we study individually about verb. So let's come to the next parts of speech. Now let's come to the another one, that is adverb. An adverb is a word which is used to add something to the meaning of a verb, an adjective and another adverb. That means an adverb is used to add some new meaning, to give some extra information about the verb, about the adjective, about the another adverb. Sometimes it may also add some new meaning to a conjunction as well as a preposition. So we can say that an adverb is a word used to add something to the meaning of a verb, of an adjective, and another adverb of to a meaning to a conjunction and also to a preposition. Let's come how an adverb add some new information, add some meaning to a verb, an adjective, a preposition, a conjunction, and to another adverb. Let's see some examples. He completed the work quickly. When we say he completed the works, we can know that the work is done. But when we say he completed the work quickly, the word quickly added some new information to the verb completed quickly. Without taking much time, he completed the work. We get this new information, this new meaning. The work is done very quickly, without wasting a moment, without wasting much time. Now come to that is why quickly is the verb, modifying the verb by adding new meaning to the verb complete. Here we use past tense form of the verb completed. Next come to the second sentence. Let's encircle the verb here, that is quickly. It modifies the verb, it add new meaning to the verb completed. Now come to the second sentence here. His sister is very tall. When we say his sister is tall, we know something, we get some meaning there. But when the word very is added to the adjective tall, we have a new information. A new meaning is added to the adjective. It is, she is very tall. She is exceptionally tall. Let's come to the second sentence. A hare can run fast. Here again we come to an adverb. Here very is adverb. A hare can run fast. Hare can run. But when you say hare can run fast, that means we have a new information and a new meaning is added to the verb run. Here fast is an adverb. Now come to the next sentence, fourth one. Hare can run very fast. Again what happens? And the word very is used before the adverb fast to add some new meaning to it. We get a new information that hare can run very fast. That means its speed is very quicker. It can run very fast. So new meaning is added to adverb fast. Now come to the fifth sentence. Suppose I was invited to a meeting yesterday and I could not go there. What happens next day? Next day, what happens? Someone asked, "Why didn't you come to the meeting?" I said, "I was ill. Sorry, I was ill yesterday." But he was not convinced. He repeatedly asked me, "Why didn't come to the meeting?" Then I will say, "I did not come to the meeting only because I was ill. There is no other reason." The reason is that I was ill. So what happens? The because is a conjunction and only is placed before it to add new meaning to the new information to the conjunction. Here very first is adverb modifying another adverb. So see, come here, this sentence, I did not come to the meeting only because I was ill. Only because, this word only is used as adverb to add meaning to the conjunction. Now come to the last sentence. The watch is just on the table. The watch is on the table will mean that the watch is kept on the table. But what happens? The watch is just on the table. That means at the edge of the table, at the brink of the table. If you move the table, what will happen? The watch will fall to the ground. That means the watch is just on the table means if any change of position is made, it will likely to fall on the ground. So what happens when the word just is used before the preposition? One is preposition here. It establishes a relation between the watch and the table. Where the watch is on the table. So what happens? The on preposition is again modified here. We add new meaning to the preposition on by adding the word just here. So just is an adverb which add meaning to the preposition on. Now come to the preposition. A preposition is a word which is used with a noun or a pronoun to establish how the person or a thing stands in relation to something. Here should we add another word? It is missing. A preposition is a word which is used with a noun or a preposition, a pronoun to show how the pronoun or the thing stands in relation to something. So it establishes a relation between nouns and pronouns. Let's read the following sentences. Children are in the playground. They are sitting under a tree. The tiger is killed with a gun. Here in under with are encircled and they are in blue ink and they are preposition. They establish a relation between the two nouns as a children and ground, playground. They are inside the playground, not outside. So the preposition in establishes that relation between children and playground. Similarly, they are sitting under a tree. That preposition under is here established. It establishes a relation between they someone, the boys, the children maybe, and another noun that is tree. So under is a preposition. The bird is flying over the tree. Here over will be the preposition. The tiger is killed with a gun. Here the relation, that means with what instrument is the tiger is killed? That is with a gun. Actually, prepositions are words which are used to link nouns, prepositions or phrases to other words within the sentence. They are to connect the people, the object, time or location of a sentence. Prepositions are usually short words, not very long words. Sometimes some prepositional phrase may be long and they are normally placed directly in front of the nouns or pronouns they want to establish a relation with. So what happens? These are the prepositions which establishes a relation between nouns, between one noun to another noun, between noun between a noun and a preposition, between noun and a pronoun. Actually, prepositions establishes the relation by expressing position, movement, possession, time, how an action is completed, how an action is performed. In it, several of the most frequent prepositions words used in English, such as of, to, for, with, on, by, at, may have some complicated use also, but we'll come to later. Thus, we can say prepositions are words that show a connection between other words. Let's come to the next one, which is conjunction, which are connecting words. These are like nuts and bolts, joints in a sentence. Now come to conjunction. A conjunction is a word used to join words or sentences. A conjunction is a word used to join words or sentences. Let's come to the following examples. Rajiv and Ritam are two brothers. Here, two nouns are joined by and. This is conjunction. This conjunction join two nouns, that is Rajiv and Ritam. Repeat it again. The conjunction and joins two nouns Rajiv and Ritam. Now come to the second sentence. He did not come because his father was ill. Suppose a man did not come to school or a meeting. We can write also he did not come to school. Again, and we can write his father was ill in two sentences. We can express the idea in two sentences. But what happens? We join these two sentences with the help of because. Here we cannot say that these two are sentences now. These are now clauses, part of a sentence. So what happens? These are clauses. Here two clauses are joined by the conjunction because. Similarly, she ran fast in the third one sentence but missed the train. Again, we can write, we express the idea with writing two separate sentences. She ran fast, she missed the train. But we have joined the two sentences and make one sentence by using this conjunction. But she ran fast but missed the train. So these are pronouns. These are pronouns here. Sorry, conjunction here. Sorry, these are conjunction here. These are conjunction. So a conjunction joins two nouns, may also join noun and pronoun, also sentences, one or two sentences. Now come to the last part of speech, which is not other than interjection. We are not free of emotion. Sometimes we express sudden feeling of mind, our joy, our sorrow, our happiness, our sense of surprise, wonderfulness, by expressing some words, which is called emotion. An interjection is a word which is used to express a sudden feeling of mind or emotion like joy, sorrows, etc. Generally, it is used with a note of exclamation as a part of speech, like ah, alas, huda. You notice we use a note of exclamation here after ah, alas, huda. So these are the symbol of expression of sudden feeling like our joy, our sorrow, happiness, disgust. Sometimes you may say express your wonder, having seen something strange. So these are emotion words. These are prepositions, actually interjections are words of emotion. Now come to some sentences. Alas, my father is no more. It expresses the grief of the speaker. Hurrah! The next sentence, hurrah! We have won the trophy. It expresses the joy of the speaker's joy and happiness. The third one, oh, what a long snake it is, expresses wonder, surprise. So students, we have already discussed all the 8 parts of speech here, and these parts of speech, which are some words, are the unit of language. Using this part of speech, we can express various meaning, various feeling in our mind. So these are very important in a language, particularly the English language. In English language, this part of speech play a key role, and if you want to learn the language, you must know all this part of speech, and you should study individually about noun, because in this video we can't elaborate much about nouns, about pronouns, about verbs. So we will give you some videos separately, which is all about a noun, all about pronoun. So please keep watching these videos. We are hopeful to meet you again in our next videos. Till then, let me say goodbye. Thank you.